Okay, what is up, tycoons? What's up, traders? Super excited for today's video. We are going to be going over the volume profile. This is the latest addition to the free trading course playlist that I've made and started this year on YouTube. So if you guys want A to Z really format on what you need to begin with when it comes to trading and learning different trading strategies, make sure to check out that playlist. I'm trying to put it in a little bit of a chronological order, so that way you know the beginning things to start with. And once you get to the end, you'll really have a comprehensive understanding, if you make it through that playlist, of a lot of the different strategies and then how you can combine those strategies together to give yourself an edge. I like to say trading is like going to battle. It's like going to war. So you really need to have the proper weapons at your disposal and know how to use those weapons, so that way you can give yourself an edge in the market and, increase your odds of success. So make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and we'll go ahead and jump straight into it. We're going to start off here on our profile by going over what the volume profile is, and then we'll go into how to use it. So the volume profile indicator shows the buying and selling strength of the stock, and you can use this for crypto. You can use this for forex as well. It's not just limited to stocks, within a certain time period. It helps to identify the possible support and resistance levels within a trend. It also shows the range of price consolidation for the day. Now, this is volume by price, essentially, okay? And so your volume profile is over here to the right. And we're looking at volume by price. The video before this one, which you should really check out, is going to be volume by time and how to trade with volume by time and use that. That's the volume symbols that appear down here. Those are the most common. And the volume profile is really slept on, and it's something that you really need to pay attention to. Not only is volume by time and by important, but also volume by price is really going to help you out and be important as well. Okay, so we'll move on to our next slide here. And the VP, the volume profile, automatically displays the traded volume at the price level from the candles displayed on the screen. As you change the time frame of the price action or move back and forth on the chart, the volume profile value changes. So for instance, we have a little bit of a smaller time frame right here, and you can see how the volume profile really adjusts to the different time frames, okay? And it'll give you, the volume for that specific time period that you're looking at. Now, some important things to know about it, okay, is there is a low volume node. And so that's what this is going to be right here. This indicates that there's very little volume, all right? And what typically happens is markets move from high volume nodes, which are going to be these right here, really high volume nodes. They move from high volume node to high volume node, and they really pass through the low volume nodes very quickly. Those low volume nodes, they tend to be one of two things. They either tend to be a wall where price does not move past that volume node, or an area where price moves very quickly through those nodes. So if you take a look, we have the low volume node right here, and look, there's not much consolidation. Price is quickly moving through it up to a volume node that has more, that's bigger, right? A higher volume node. And you can see that's when we really start to consolidate, and buyers and sellers choose and they battle where the price is going to go. And buyers win. And look, we have very low volume nodes. We're seeing price quickly move through these price levels, ultimately before we come up to another high volume node region. And that's where we start to see a lot of trading, a lot of up and down movements. So, high volume nodes and low volume nodes are going to be very important, but keep in mind that they're relative to the time frame that you're using. So if you're using a larger chart, like a weekly chart, okay, versus a smaller chart, the weekly chart is going to take a lot longer, okay, for those, for the price action to move through those low volume nodes. And the smaller time frame charts, like a 5-minute or a 1 hour, will obviously move a lot quicker through those levels. So it's really good to start playing around with the different time frames and see how that adjusts your volume profile indicator. Now, clearance. This is an area in the volume profile that consists only of low value nodes, as there are no high value nodes in this area. And that's kind of what I just went over, but the term for it is going to be clearance, okay? And that's what you're going to see as it quickly moves and progresses through those areas of clearance. So remember, I said it's going to do one of two things. It's either going to act as a wall, or it's going to act as an area where price action moves quickly through it. So look right here. right here is a great example of it being a wall. We come up to this area, right? And rather than passing quickly through it and blowing right past those levels, what is it? It's a wall, and we come back down and gravitate towards the higher volume nodes. Now over here, if you drag over, this is the clearance, guys. This is it moving rapidly through this area of low volume nodes right here up to an area of higher volume nodes. And we can see that there's very little structure. And what we mean by structure is multiple candles forming in these areas. We can see that it's one quick candle that moves quickly through that area up to the higher volume nodes. And what do you see over here? Right? We gap down straight through it. So whenever we come up to our higher volume nodes, we consolidate a little, and price just completely skips through and performs clearance right through the area back down to the higher volume nodes. Same thing happens over here. Okay, you see we're consolidating a little bit, and then boom, we have this clearance, and price just quickly moves straight through there. So remember, those low volume nodes and those areas of clearance, those are going to act as one of two things. It's going to act as a wall where price is going to get rejected there and it's not going to move through there quickly, or it's going to be an area where price is going to very quickly move through those areas. So those are really good trading opportunities. When you see it starting to break out through those levels, those are really good trading opportunities. We'll dive into it a little bit more and really break down some more things. So we went over low volume nodes. We went over high volume nodes. We need to go over the value area. So the value area is going to be this area here concentrated around the highest volume nodes. Okay, that's going to be your value area. Now, the point of control, the POC, is going to be your highest volume node. This is going to be the point of control on basically, whatever it is that you're trading, whether it's a stock, whether it's a crypto, a bond, whether it's forex, a money pair. Okay, then you're going to have, your low volume node area. You're going to have your open and your close, and you have your high and your low on the volume profile. So these are some of the terms that you need to start getting a little familiar with, so that way you can understand what it is that you're looking at on the volume profile and how to use it to its full advantage and take full advantage of its capabilities. Okay, so here we see the value area high, we have our point of control, and we have our value area low. Look what happens when we come down to our value area low. It ends up being a very strong support level, where once we get back above this level, you see that we move back up higher. Same thing with our value area high over here. You can see that this is an area of resistance right here, and we keep pushing back down to our point of control. And the point of control, you can see how much we really consolidate and move up and down around that point of control. Even when we come back over here, we get our consolidation, and the point of control is right here, and we see that buyers take control, right, and push the price up higher. Now over here, this is just more visualization of how you can use it. Remember, price is going to move from those low volume nodes into the areas of high volume nodes. And so this can act as support or resistance. Okay, so if you're in an uptrend, right, and you're in a low volume node area and you're starting to move higher and you're approaching those higher volume nodes, then that's going to be an area of resistance that you want to pay attention to and you want to be prepared for. All right, now if you're in low volume nodes and you're heading lower to an area of high volume nodes, what you want to do is you want to realize that this can act as an area of support. Okay, as you're moving quickly through those low volume nodes to an area with higher volume and higher volume nodes, again, that's going to act as your area of support. And the exact opposite, when you're moving through those low volume nodes upwards to an area with high volume nodes, that's going to act as resistance for you. Okay, and so over here, this is just an example of how you can use it. All right, but what you want to do is you want to use it and kind of use your point of control as a profit target. Okay, so over here we have our lows of support. Okay, and then you can try to take an entry off of this area and ride it up to your point of control. That's going to be your profit target. And the same thing with resistance. Okay, so let's say you're driving a short position around the value area highs, or the highs and the lows, and you're taking a short position at the highs here around resistance, you can come down and have your point of control as your profit target. So just some more ways to really understand how to use it. and you know, the whole purpose behind using it is really what we've went over in this video. We did cover a lot, but not too much. And hopefully you learned something new about how to use the volume profile. I definitely think that it's slept on. Most people focus on volume by time, which is important, but it's also to pay attention to volume by price and know the different areas of high volume and low volume relative to price, and how that can affect different support and resistance levels, how you can possibly get clearance, how sometimes it makes that wall, and how you can use the point of control to help set profit targets. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for more, and definitely feel free to check out that free trading course playlist that I made. As you know, as I mentioned earlier, I'm really trying to make it go from A to Z and take you guys on, you know, the course starts out with the beginning things that you want to learn about, and as it progresses, we move on to different areas that you want to learn about next. And by the end of it, once it's completely finished, you know, you'll have a great resource that you can always come back to with tons of videos and different strategies, and then, you know, combining those strategies together to give yourself an edge.